Alright, what's going on? So, this time we got Minecraft in the background, baby. Let's go, Minecraft. We're going to do a commentary over the Minecraft, yes. Yes, boss. The Minecraft. Alright, fucking jokes aside, I'm done with this idubbz H3 drama. I'm gonna I mean, as long as it keeps going, I might as well talk about it, just to get the fucking views. But essentially, I just watched Ethan's response, and it's about it's about what I thought it would be, you know. So, like I've said before, man, I'm not gonna actively go out of my way to put any of their videos in here. If you want to go watch that shit, there are millions of YouTubers that have way more experience in editing than I do, that actually want to put quality into what they're doing, whereas I'm just a fucking idiot trying to bitch about dumb shit. But it's getting to a point now where everybody is clearly trying to capitalize on this. You've got multiple people trying to say some stupid shit as, well, you know, idubbz is right, or fucking Ethan is right. Like, this is one of those situations where, realistically, nobody is in any sort of right or wrong. Or actually, let me rephrase that. Nobody's in the right in this situation. These are two people that have made some pretty dumb decisions over their time on YouTube, and now they're suffering for it. They're irrelevant. Okay? Ethan is nothing more than a grifter, as well as Ian. What they do is they're basically just shooting shots at each other to keep shit going, in my eyes. Because in reality, there is no reason for Ethan to continue on with any of this drama, knowing the level of harassment he has been getting out of this. And yes, I understand that idubbz did not mention anything about child services being called on Ethan. Yes, that is true. And yes, I wouldn't doubt it's because that idubbz knows full fucking well, if he brings up child services being called on Ethan, a lot of his points are no longer justified. But, again, in my eyes, there's a good reason why idubbz should not have gotten involved. And that's because they are in a very similar group that Ethan pissed off by doing something. I don't know what the fuck he did, but H3 pissed off the community that he is in. And this is what happens when you start shit on the internet, alright? People go digging, people go looking, and people start making shit up. Now, he can sit back all he wants and complain. Ethan did a lot of stupid shit. Yes, he is siding with dumb, who is being a complete fucking idiot. He is siding with Hassan Piker. He is siding with all of these people that are just honestly, blatantly going after Ethan for whatever reason. Now, when you take it into consideration that all these people are in some way, shape, or form on an extreme side of things, you start to understand a lot about what's been going on. Such as, like, well, first off, let's start with the the obvious, right? Let's start out with the child services shit. Now, calling child services on somebody is already a very shitty thing to do unless you know full well it is necessary to do so. Alright? Just because you're in some sort of an internet beef doesn't mean you need to go calling child services over shit that you realistically have no clue over. Alright? These people were calling child services on Ethan, and he is understandably upset about that. And I mean understandably. Alright? I'm, like I've said before, and I believe when I did the idubbz video, I am not a parent. I am not a father. So, I can sit back and at least say that I don't know what it's like to be a parent. However, I'm also going to throw it out that just because I'm not a father doesn't mean I can't have some sort of rational thinking process towards what all is going on. And me being me, if Ethan really cared that fucking much about his children, he would not be doing this. He would not continue to press it. Alright? Put the word out. Explain that people are calling child services on your kids. Explain that it's fucked up. And then let it die. The more you push it, the more these people are gonna keep doing what they're doing. And if you want to get into the real nitty-gritty of it, alright? I have seen a lot of stupid shit on YouTube. I've been around YouTube for what? Fucking at least... Wow, shit. At least 14 to 15 years. Alright, I've been on YouTube since I was about 10 fucking years old, 9, 10, 11. I've been watching YouTube since I was a fucking kid, right? I am Gen Z. I am literally 25. You know, it's an insane fucking thing to see all these YouTubers I watched as a kid start shit with each other over the most moronic bullshit. Now, this is where I'm gonna get really kind of... I'm gonna delve into some topics here, alright? We're gonna start off by talking about denims, the denim shit. This woman legitimately said that children that young, referring to Ethan's children of, I believe, what is it, 5, 3, and just a few months or something like that. I'm going off the top of my head here. I really don't know. But they're fucking young. They're really young, right? To a point where I think he does have an infant child. Or damn near infant child. The woman had the bright idea to say that they don't form memories that young. Are you fucking... This is where I gotta say, are you fucking stupid? Alright? Anyone who's ever taken any sort of a psychology class knows you don't stop forming memories. You never... Like, even as a child, yeah, there's a certain phrase or a certain set of words for it. I don't know off the top of my head because I'm not a fucking child psychologist. However, as a child, yes, there is a certain point where you will forget certain years of your life. Most of us can remember, but I'd say at least most of us can remember as far back as at least 5 or 6. If not further, and there are people that legitimately remember everything from the moment they are born. It's not that we don't form memories that young. It's just that she's looking for a reason to justify the child services calls. Now, mind you, I'm not defending Ethan, mainly because of the fact that I do believe he should have just let shit die out. Alright? You take your hiatus, you realize where you fucked up, and you call it there. You can sit back all you want, come up with every excuse in the book, but at the end of the day, he made the decision to actively put himself in this spot by making the content he does. And rather than owning up to it, the guy would rather just make videos and continue to put his children in a spot where more and more people are probably going to try to pull shit. I'm not saying that it will happen, and I hope it doesn't, because there is absolutely no reason these children should be subjected to any of this drama in any way. Alright? Whatever Ethan does is on Ethan, not his family, not his kids. The same goes for everybody else in this world. Now, I don't think anybody can disagree that idubbz Content Cop was god fucking awful. Proved that idubbz is really just out of connection. And he's out of touch with pretty much the entire world. Because, like I said in my last video when I talked about it, his response was awful. You know, if you're gonna... But for Ethan to go in and sit there and, again, it's just a dumpster fire of people that are mad that people are attacking each other. That's really, really what it does boil down to. I mean, like I've said before, I can sit back and say whatever the hell I want about this case. I can almost be willing to agree most of y'all that even watch this video don't give a rat's ass about what I gotta say. Problem is, I don't give a flying fuck. I really hope this fucking drama ends soon so we can actually get to channels that, you know, need to be fucking brought up. I mean, if you want to start drama, dude, make sure that you have a reason to start it. Make sure you actually have a legitimate reason. Otherwise, you're just gonna look like these two 40-year-old dipshits that are so egotistical they can't fucking put the camera down, bro. Honestly, it's kind of pathetic. It really is. I mean, as an adult, Ethan should realize that everything he's doing, he's bringing on himself. Ian is doing the same. Both H3 and idubbz have pretty much wrote the end for themselves. And I'm going to be completely fair, I really think this is just a giant publicity stunt. A legitimately giant publicity stunt. So that whatever the hell happens out of this, they know they're at least going to make some money. They just put themselves back into relevancy. This is where I have to say, like, if you really care about the state of YouTube and the state of the content being put out on YouTube, for the love of God, dude, just ignore these videos. Because it's only going to get worse, and it's only going to serve their own self-righteous delusions, man. I mean, like I said, I'm one to talk, because I'm pretty much doing this just for views. But outside of that, I mean, realistically, in my eyes, this just needs to stop. I mean, I'm so tired of watching all these YouTubers kind of fake their own relevancy by starting drama with each other. And at the end of the day, if you want the honest to God truth, idubbz will never be relevant again. H3 is never going to be relevant again. These are two people that have overstayed their welcome on YouTube. They've overdone their career. And all they care about at this point is keeping themselves in the eyes of their fans. And of course, there's always going to be that group of hardcore supporters. There's always going to be people willing to actively watch their shitty content. But at the end of the day, all that it really boils down to, all that it really kind of ends up being, is just a giant shit fest between two YouTubers, like I said before, that have no relevance anymore. They're just pissed off at each other because one's not defending the other in a situation that realistically could have gotten him into just as big of a problem. And the other one's mad because they're being called a piece of shit for not aiding this guy. But of course, I mean, take it all with a grain of salt. Take it all with whatever the fuck you feel like taking it. This is, again, just the ramblings of a fucking idiotic 25-year-old from the state of Florida. Hope y'all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, dumB. Yeah, code bullshit. I'll put that in the description, links and whatnot. Y'all have fun.